So Marie, Sweet Tooth Marie, says, Father, why is it so hard to seek confession? What's the hesitation all about, which keeps us away from God? Why don't we run to him after we have sinned? Is it shame or doubt? Yeah, good question. Man, I should pay you to ask that question. It's complicated for each person. I think without a doubt, there is real spiritual warfare in which the devil knows that once he's got you in sin, if he can just hold you there through any means, then he wins. Then it's just a matter of waiting out the clock until you die or until Christ comes again. And so, we can't deny that that's a very real part of this. And then within ourselves, I think, so first off, there is this element of fear. All of us, at some point in our life, we revealed something bad that happened, or something bad that we did was revealed, even if we didn't directly reveal it, and we were punished for it. And that's how we're supposed to grow up, right? If you do something wrong, you should receive a punishment growing up, because that essentially teaches you that when you do bad things, there are bad consequences. Don't do bad things, right? And that's an important thing to learn in the world, because while our parents may, put us in timeout for 10 minutes, the world puts us in jail. And that's a significantly bigger problem. And so, we need to learn from a young age, bad actions equals bad consequences. Don't do bad actions. But what that does is it kind of creates this fear that if I reveal this evil thing that I have done, then I will be, punished in some way. And none of us like punishment, right? That's how punishment works. It's not enjoyable. We don't want it. Therefore, it motivates us not to do the bad thing. And so even though in our mind we know if I go to confession, I'm not going to be punished, it's going to be fine, we still have this fear of revealing our faults. And I actually think that this is why it's so important to bring even young children to confession once they're old enough to, it's usually 7 years old. Once they're at that point, bring them regularly to confession, because what needs to happen from a very early age within us is we have this understanding that confession is the place of mercy, that our sins are forgiven there in the Sacrament of Confession. However, in the world, we still have consequences for our evil actions. And that's, when we get punished, or when we just suffer the evil consequences of our actions, or whatever it may be. And so it in a sense helps us go to confession more easily if from our childhood we've always done that. Some people do struggle with doubt in confession. That's a real thing that some people do have. But I think for the majority of us, it's more connected to actually fear of punishment, or at the very least, fear of somebody kind of calling us out. It's a fear of somebody knowing that we aren't as good as we act like we are. I think that's really where the shame hits, that then keeps us from entering as well.